Yes, Fabrice, how are you? Yeah, yeah. Can I share my screen with you? Thank you. Let me share my screen with you. All right, good.
Yes, it is posting. Yes. Are you talking to me? Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, okay. All right, okay. Here is my screen. Can you see my screen? No, no. Oh, okay. What about no? It's not there, huh? Let me stop and then come again.
No, but I think I have a question. I don't know if it is you who is going to answer or is the for the instructor, the facilitator. My question, yesterday I missed a big part of the introduction. I don't know if you covered on that, but I wanted to know why are we here? Why using SQL in this way? In this analysis, how it can, yeah, how does it help me in my work related activities? Yeah. Mhm, 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 mhm. Yes. Mhm, mhm. 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 Mm. Mm. Mhm. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Yeah. 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 Thank you.
I still have an issue. It is still paused on 17. Yes, I did, but I am not seeing something. What's along? Yes. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah. Hi, Fiona. Hi, Jonab. Hi, Gael. Hi, Agnes. And the 8 others, I can't see their names. Hi, Aleba. Hi, Daniela. How is everyone doing today?
All
Okay.
things okay? Yes.
Okay. Everyone is doing well. That's nice. Are we ready for some push-ups? I call them push-ups. Exercises, I call them push-ups. Okay? Because as yesterday I told you, when as we all know, when you're starting a workout, don't start from 100 push-ups. Okay, you start from 2, 3, then 10, maybe, then 15, like that. So even in this course, we'll be increasing the rate of practice. Okay, for us to get to a level where we are fit as data analysts or like data users. So as I start, I also want to address Mr. Etienne. Was it Etienne or Placide who asked the question that why we Okay, so first of all, I could also flip the question and ask why, right? Give me a second. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Sorry, I was trying to charge my computer.
Could you repeat that?
Sorry. I was saying, yes,
Yes.
Etienne, what ask the question?
Yes, please. I am installing SQL. Can you help me, please? This is my progress. Uh, what to do next?
Click,
What can I do next? Yes.
click next,
Click next. Yes. What's another?
next,
Not clicking here.
next, just click next. Okay, use, there. Okay, yeah, sorry.
Strong
Then
password.
next,
Yes.
create your password and you'll be good. Also, you can, okay, once you create your password,
Yes. What's another? What's next?
next,
Yeah.
next,
Next again. Yes.
next, execute.
Yes.
Okay. Who had asked the question about why they are here, why SQL, all that? Who had asked the other question?
Probably it's done. Yes.
Yeah, it's done.
Thank you.
Okay. Who had asked the question? Okay. If they are not here, okay, no problem. So let me speak into it, although they're not around. So you might be asking yourself, why are we doing this? Okay, why SQL? First of all, as we saw yesterday, SQL is just a language to communicate, right? Let me share my screen. As we saw yesterday, we said databases, most of the databases they work with it, in the client server architecture. And what it means is you have a remote database. By remote, you remember, A remote database is a database that is not hosted, that is not on your computer, okay? Because if it's a company, you won't be taking the company database in your computer. They have somewhere they store their databases. So if you are workers, let's say you work in a company and you're a team of 10, okay? Let's say a team of 3. And this person is maybe a data analyst. This is also a data analyst, and this is also a data analyst. They consume the same database, okay? So to get this connection between the communication, to get access to these tables, you use the language called SQL or SQL. For most databases, okay? There are very many databases. It's not just one database. There are many database types, okay? Or what we call database DBMS, database management system. There are systems that manage databases. One of them, which we are currently using, is MySQL or MySQL. That is a database management system. It means it stores databases like we will be seeing or like we saw yesterday. This is the management system that we are using, but there are many other database management systems, but all of them use this language called SQL or SQL to communicate with them, to get tables. So you might be wondering, why now do I have to learn databases or using SQL or SQL, okay? Let's assume, I'm sure most of us, if not all of us, deal with Excel. You have an Excel file that is on your computer and you're dealing with some data. I assume that you want to grow your data skills, okay? That's my assumption. So you usually have an Excel file like this one. Let me try to open Excel. Okay, you have an Excel file here. Then if you have data all over here, okay, right? And then maybe you have customer data, all of that, and you need to do, maybe to create a dashboard. You come here in your data, you do a dashboard, or you need to do sums. Let's say this is a product Excel file. Maybe you have ID and maybe product name. Okay. Then, like yesterday, we were seeing 001, maybe pen. Okay. Then you have so many products of pens and so many products of other products. Okay. Maybe pencils. Then when you want to do analysis, you come here, do your functions, do your maybe some of these items. If you want to know how many pens were sold, right? You see there are 12. You do your analysis. Okay? This is good. But unfortunately, this is not enough. If you want to be a data analyst or to grow your data skills. Why is it not enough? Number one, Excel is very limited compared to, so for us, if you're dealing with hundreds of thousands of data, you are a decent analyst, but you can still use Excel. But then most bigger companies deal with so much bigger data. For instance, if you Google search, you can see what is the limit. Okay, you can see Excel can have one Excel sheet can have a maximum of 1 million rows. You see? And by the way, for instance, to put this in context, let's say Irembo. How many transactions does Irembo deal with per day? They might exceed 1 million transactions, people who try to do things via Irembo. That means in one day is enough for Irembo to just crash if they are using Excel. Okay? You get? So that is one limitation. If you're dealing with data that is above 1 million rows, and in most cases, if you are to be a very good data analyst, you deal with data that is way beyond millions. If you work with a bank cannot have just 1 million records. It will always have like tens and tens of millions, or even hundreds of millions of data. And you cannot store those records in an Excel sheet. Okay, that is one obvious limitation. And you have a limit of 16,000 columns. So serious companies that deal with data, they exceed these columns and they exceed these rows big time. Some process billions of rows per day. So that means you cannot use that Excel as a database. What they did, they created other databases, which are the ones we are dealing with today. Okay, these with SQL, with a database like MySQL, you can store billions and billions of rows without a limit. The limit is your computer, the space on your computer. That's why they are stored remotely, so that you can add as much as possible. But of course, you buy this space. So if you're wondering, why am I learning SQL? Just know that, one, we are helping you to grow into a data analyst who can deal with millions or billions of data, okay? And which Excel cannot manage. That is one very simple and obvious reason why you need to learn other databases other than Excel. So SQL is the language that helps you deal with Excel, that helps you that helps you talk to those databases. We just give it a quick. Yesterday we saw all that. Okay, so today, let me open my slides and we start. So welcome to day 2, people. Today we will have a lot of practice. As long as we understand the context of why we are dealing with. If you have a question, please, I cannot see the screen, just talk.
All right, I wanted to ask, according to what you just raised, what are the essential skills that a data analyst has to have to be good at his job and to be able to manage big data like you just said? Just tell us a little bit about that. Thank you.
Okay, good question. And for your information, if you want to be a very good data analyst, the courses you're going to learn in this bootcamp will have prepared you enough to be a good data analyst. So number one is, of course, you deal with data a little bit. You use Excel, you can do sums, because you don't always have to deal with a lot of data. Just in case you deal with less data, you can still use Excel. It's not like you don't always have to complicate your life. Then from that, now you're dealing with, you said, big data. What's big data? Big data is data that comes in, let me show you. Okay, big data, when people say big data, okay, as one of the commonest words in this error. So what is big data? Big data is data that, first of all, we can say 5 V's, okay? One, big data is characterized by volume. That is high volume of data. What does this mean? Your company or those data come in high volumes, like millions or billions of data, of records. For instance, how many mobile transactions, mobile money transactions in a day here in Rwanda? Can you guess? Maybe I believe that I am sure there are more than 1 million. But that's slightly big data, but big data goes into billions or even millions. So millions or even billions. So that is the volume, number one. Number two, there is velocity. How often does that data come? Okay. They come in high velocity, for instance, in high frequency. For instance, if mobile money transactions, you can find that maybe 1 million people are transacting money in just 1 second. People are transacting money. So once it is high volume and coming in at high velocity, okay, that is starting to be big data. There are other characters of big data called veracity and other 5 V's. Okay, they are here. So variety, yeah, even variety. So variety, that means they come in different varieties, maybe in numbers, others in words, others in voices, others in, all that. And there are companies. For instance, you use TikTok. TikTok uses big data. While you are sending SMS, you're sending chats, you're sending voice, you're sending videos, another one is sending picture, all those short videos and that. It is coming in different varieties, okay? Then there is veracity and value, but you understand that velocity, you understand that big data, with big data, when you start dealing with big data, just know you're dealing with high volume of data that is coming at high velocity and in different varieties. Then, to be prepared to deal with this data as a data analyst, what do you need? That means you've gone from step 1 of Excel, which cannot handle this big data, to other databases. So you need to know how to speak with databases. To analyze data, you need to know. The number 1 step after your normal Excel is here, where we are, learning SQL. This is the standard library for dealing with databases as a data analyst. Any database, regardless of the volume, regardless of the velocity, regardless of the value, regardless of the variety, once you know Excel, all databases that you deal with use SQL. So that is the first step. Or we can call it the second step. Then the other step after here, this is, you can, if you master this, you're a good analyst. But the problem is, what does an analyst do? You report. So by reporting, you need to know how to report this data into charts, into tables, all that. So that means you need things like presentation, like Power BI, or the second obvious thing you need to know is a programming language called Python. There are other languages that deal with data, but this is the most common one, which we will also learn after SQL. So Python helps you analyze or even access databases, because SQL is just a language. Now, where do you access the databases? Where do you analyze the data that you've gotten from the databases? You use this language called Python. So this combination is enough for you to say you are a data analyst. Then after this, you do reporting. So you can do reporting using Python, you can do reporting using Power BI, you can do reporting using any other thing. But these two, if you know SQL, and that means you can communicate with databases. You know Python, that means you can analyze that data. You are very good. You are a very good data analyst. Understood?
Yes, got it.
Yeah, so once you get familiar with these two, you can say you're a data analyst. Then you start trying to, of course, do the actual work. We are just learning, okay? So let's go back to our business. So we are going to learn more smarter filters and calculated columns. But we'll first have a recap of yesterday's queries so that we get familiar with them and the exercises. Then after that, we'll see how to use other conditions like and, all, filters, matching text patterns, and creating calculated columns using these functions. So what is and or all? And these are logical expressions. And by the way, when you have a variable basic here, everything else later will be very small. Even Python will be small. So and is both conditions must be true. All is at least one condition. Okay. It's the same idea as Python's and or all. Okay. We will see that in Python as well. We also have these filters. So what is and what is all? And so and is a logical expression. Okay. I'm going to write here, then the output. Okay. I believe we've all experienced logical expression. Let's say if this is one number and then 2. Okay. If we want to do the end expression of 1 and 2, that means we need, and we get an output. I'm going to give you output. You tell me if it's correct. If I say 1 and 2, if I do that expression, say end. Okay. These are two people. Okay. Mr. 1 and Mr. 2. So if I bring just 1, is that condition true? Is that enough?
No, that's not enough.
It is not enough.
No.
If I do only 2, if I do only 2 here, is this enough?
No.
If I do 1, 2, is that enough?
Yes. 1 and 2.
It's not 12, it's 1 and 2, not 12, right?
Yes, that will be enough.
Enough. That means if I do an AND, all these must include. If I say 1 and 2, they must include. But if I say all, that is 1 or 2. What is the possible output combination? Is 1 okay?
Yes. 1 is okay.
2 is okay?
2 is okay. And 1 and 2 is also okay.
1 and 2 is also okay because I want either 1 or 2 or both. At least 1 of the 2. Okay? You get, so Those are the logical expressions, and hold. But before we go further, as I've told you, I hope everyone has installed both VS Code and the SQL server. So we are going to go back to our server. Do you have this? Don't be worried about this. We all have this. Okay, we are going to do the actual work. Okay, so as you remember, let me close my VS Code. Sorry, I can't see my extensions. We all have this extension for those who have just installed it. Yesterday we had installed it. Do we? Hello? We all have this extension because I want to uninstall it and then install it. But for those who have it already, let me look for it. Sorry, my VS Code. We all have VS Code installed. We all do, right?
Papa irara mpamagaye.
Daniela, please mute. Hello? Hello?
Yes, here we are.
Yes, hello.
Sorry, I was actually talking while on mute. I thought you had left me. So I was asking, do we all have VS Code installed? Okay, and SQL Server. So we're going to enter into our database like we did yesterday. Then we do all the manipulations that we are supposed to do. Okay, for those who had not opened their databases yesterday, okay, I'm going to show you. When you open VS Code, please follow. If you had not connected VS Code with your database, so VS Code, as we said, it helps you to run the client, then access the server. We talked about that yesterday. So if you do not have it here, I already have my database here. So go here, extension, or you do Control X, Control Shift X. Okay. Or you use this icon, this one called extensions. Okay. I'm repeating for those who have not yet connected with the VS Code. So after that, you search for an extension. There are so many MySQL extensions. An extension helps you access the database. Okay, it's the client. It's called the client. What we called the client yesterday. We are using this client MySQL. Why are we using it? Because you can see it's verified. Okay, and it has over 2 million downloads, and it is rated 4 stars. So you can see it's legitimate. So you install it, you click here, install. As you can see, it's a database client and all in one. We saw this yesterday. After that, after it installs, okay, you will see an icon here. For me, we have a lot. We'll see an icon showing database. This database icon here, it will come here. Then you click on it. For those who are not access their databases, once you click on it, you will see an icon saying connect, create new connection. It will be like this. Once you click, you will see this interface. So you skip everything as is, then you write your password. The password you use to create your database. You will have access to your database. So after having access to your database, are we together? After you write here your password, you come and click connect. When it connects, you see something here. This is your IP address. So you can enter here. So for me, I'm already connected. Okay. So I also created the database. Now we are going to see how I created this database. So I hope everyone has been able to connect. I was assuming that maybe someone didn't connect. So yesterday, we had created these tables. We had created this database called Data Plus Bootcamp. Okay, we had created three tables you can see here. The first table is called clinic. It contains an ID, a name, a district, beds, and has maternity. That is the clinics in Kigali. We also created another table called countries. We have 5 countries: Ethiopia, Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania, and Uganda. Their population, area, and life expectancy. Then you have visits, clinic visits. Clinic visits, we have the ID of the visit, the clinic ID, the patient who visited the clinic, their age, the reason for visiting, and the fee they paid when they visited that clinic. For instance, Diane who visited clinic number 3. We saw how we can see, for instance, if you come here to clinics, number 3 is Nyamirambo Clinic. So in visits, Diane visited Nyamirambo Clinic. Why Nyamirambo? Because when you look at the clinic ID, you have 3. So she is 3, maybe she's a kid, she had malaria, and her parents paid 2,000 to the clinic. So ideally, this is how databases are arranged. You have a lot of tables, but all those tables are related. Okay? So we are going to play with these tables, but first, how did we create them? We created a queries here, a query called learn. We created there's nothing in learning, but we did create the. I actually have the. Sorry. Okay, no worries. So how do you create a database and a table? So we said after entering the database management system like SQL, you first create a database. Then with that database, in that database, you create tables. Those are the ones that you use. But to be honest, ideally, when you're a data analyst, you find a company already has the tables. You don't create any table. And in most cases, you don't edit tables. You just you read the tables. You don't create, you don't change, you cannot delete anything. So they give you all those rights, unless you are a database administrator in that company. But ideally, you always find all the tables created for you, and the data is entering those tables. For you, what you do is you answer business questions using the tables. So for instance, yesterday we saw how to select from a table. Okay. Are we following? I want to make sure that we are following.
Excuse me then.
Yes, Agnes.
Sorry to interrupt, but it would be nice if you really went back to show us how you created that database, so that you are able to see what you're seeing on our screen. Yesterday, some of us lagged behind because of the delays in the installation. So if we're able to show us the step once again, to have the data plus bootcamp thing, so that we see the same information, it will really boost personally my morale, because really I'm very stuck and I feel like I'm lagging behind. I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay.
Okay. No problem. So now I am not sure where. So are you able to see this 1.27? Are you connected to your database?
Yes, I am connected. I've even put the password. I
Okay.
have that IP address.
You have the IP address.
Yeah.
Who does not have the IP address? This means you are connected to your database. Who does not have this, so that we know how we can help them? Joyce, you don't? Okay, if you don't have it, can you please share your screen? We guide you and everyone. Yes, please share your screen. Then we guide you on how you can go about that.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, or you're using the command line.
Yeah.
No, do you have VS Code installed?
Okay, let me show you. Maybe.
That's another way of accessing it.
Yeah.
But that's just it's a bit complicated. That's why we said you download VS Code.
No, I only have this one, and it's just showing me this.
Yeah, okay. Okay, you can just enter your password. Though it's that is complicated. Okay, you can enter your password.
Okay. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so
Hello?
this is also a client. Yeah. You can see now, not that databases, right? Short tables.
Short tables. Okay.
Yeah, that means they just continue from there. Short tables. So you can basically, this is also a client, but there are so many clients, okay? Use semicolon. No, the semicolon that closes. No. This one, I've written it in chat.
Okay.
Enter. Okay, write it again, short tables. Then close. No, close. You're not closing. But here you are interacting with it. So let's not confuse others. You are interacting with your SQL server, right?
Yeah.
If you wanted to create, you can create a database from here. And once you access it using VS Code, you will see the same database. But for us, we decided to use VS Code as the client because that's what we'll continue using even when you're learning Python. So I thought you had installed everything. So who has VS Code but they are yet to? Can you please use the link that I've just shared?
Me?
And download it.
Okay.
Then install it, just straightforward. So maybe Agnes, can you share your screen? Because you already have the setup.
Okay, stop sharing.
Yeah, for you, continue. Once it installs,
Mm.
please let us know so that we guide you.
Okay, thank you.
Agnes, can you please share your screen?
Okay.
I want us to make sure that we are all aligned.
I'm struggling to minimize the many screens. Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah. I think you can see my screen now.
Are the rest aligned? Are we all aligned? Are we connected to?
Are you able to see the screen now?
Let me. Not yet. Can others see the? Yeah, we can. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is where I am.
Enter your password and connect.
I already
Yeah.
the pass.
Connect. Yeah, you can see you're connected. You can see your IP.
Yes, I
So
can
this
see
is
my
very interactive compared
Mm.
to what our colleague was showing us. The command line interface. For the command line, you just write commands, but it's not a graphical interface. You don't click. Okay, that's why it's a bit. Once you use it, once you're familiar with the codes.
Mm.
But for this one, you can just click and see. So for instance, can you that drop down, that arrow, try to look into what's inside.
This one?
Yeah. So you can see you have two databases. One is my first database, which is a default database. The second is my SQL, which is also a default. Click on that, my first database. We see what's there.
This one, I was using it for practice as the other gentleman was trying to guide me.
Oh, that's what you created.
That's what I created, but I couldn't make sense out of it.
Okay. So now you're going to teach us tonight.
Oops.
Okay, no worries. So you see there, okay, please don't wait for me to share my screen. Follow Agnes's screen. If you're here, follow Agnes's screen. We are going to create a new database. In that database, we create new tables.
This one here?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, okay, on query, right-click query. We are going to create a new query. Or you already have create database template there. Up. The query.
This one?
The pink thing, up, where there is
this
connect.
One here.
enter that, okay?
This is
why
where I was.
It's okay, you can delete them all. Just click them.
All of them.
Yeah, just delete them because, for instance, okay, now we are going to create a new database.
Okay.
So how do you create a new database? As I told you, ideally, as a data analyst, you find everything created for you. You just use what you have. But because we are learning databases here, let's learn how to create a database. Okay. So write keyword create database.
Should I pick or just type?
Pick. It's easier. Then space database.
Like this or this?
That. Then database. It's there. Then name it. For instance, name it exactly as name it my first database. I want to show you something. I hope everyone is following, those who have the setup. Make it my first database.
The
Just
same way
like,
I did.
yeah, the same. Then close with semicolon. You see, it automatically brings you a run button, the button called run up.
This.
So no, this one.
This
You
one.
just use the, yeah. So run and you see what happens.
I can't create because
Why?
it exists.
Exactly. So it means it's very smart. It knows that you cannot create a database that is already created. So one way to address that is because once run, that's why I was stopping you from using that green run. Because for it, what it does, it runs everything. So if you already have the database and it runs that again, it will show you an error. So what you do is between create and database, go between create and database, between create and database. Right? If as we said yesterday, it's better to write them in capital letters. As you can see, then space, not.
Pardon?
Not. So we are going to tell
Like
it
this?
that create a database. Yeah, not space exist. It's there, exists. Exists. That one. So what you're telling it is go find if the database already exists. Don't try to create it. So run it again. There is no error. Hey, sorry. Then create, yeah, begin with database. Sorry.
After
Create
database.
Yeah. No, no, okay, yeah. Everything, if not exists after the database. Yeah. So run. You see, you're telling it, go and find. If there is no database, just leave it. If there isn't, if there is no database, create it. If there isn't, just leave it. Now you're going to create a new database. Instead of my first database, call it Data Plus Bootcamp. Data Plus.
Okay. So
Underscore, just remove the my first database, the name of the database. Then just give it the name. It's better to use small letters when you're creating so there is what we call a keyword, which are those capitalized, then your word, okay, data plus. Yeah.
Should I remove if not, or I leave it?
Oh, no. You don't need to remove it.
Sorry?
You don't need to remove it. You're just telling it
Okay.
next time it will know that it already exists. Close.
With this?
Yeah. Run. So you've created a database. If you run it again, it won't create anything.
Okay.
So your database is there. So now, how do you know that you have so many databases, okay, on your server? You have like 3. So how do you know that you are going to use a certain database? Okay. So what you do, go down. Let me show you something. I'm going to give you some code that you use. I'm sharing it in the chat. Just copy paste it and run it. So we are going to create a table. As we said yesterday, you first create a table, then you insert data into that table. But usually that is done by a database administrator.
So I copy the
whole
from create table. Okay, from here.
Yeah. So down. You don't need to create a new.
Okay, I've copied.
Then enter, paste it down there. You see, it automatically brings the run. So try to run it and see what happens. Okay. Now it is telling you we are trying to create a table, but it's telling that no database selected. Why? This system does not know, because you have a lot of databases, it doesn't know which database where you want to create that table, right?
Okay.
So to communicate with it, go back to Database Bootcamp, then you.
Here?
No, just in the code, okay? Just below that line. Yeah, create a new line there. Even if you do it there, no worries. Then down.
Here?
Yeah. Then say use. Data plus space. Specify the name of the database that you want to use.
Should I close?
Yeah, close. Then run. The run before your new line.
Should I first select or just run?
No, just run that one. You can see every line has a name, a run. Every run has a line. So now you've told it that I want to use my Data Plus Bootcamp database. Okay. Now run. Do the second run. The other run that we just ran. Now you see it works. It means it has created a table called countries. You get? If you go to Data Plus Bootcamp there to your left on the UI, click it, you will see under tables there is a table called countries. But that table is empty.
Okay.
Excuse me. So how do you create a table? Okay, try to again run that one. You see what happens.
This one here.
Yeah, that you can, it tells you countries already exists.
Yeah.
So you can also do the same and say create table if not exists.
When a new line.
Yeah, on that
here.
first line. No, that one.
This one here.
Yeah, there. So what you do is, once you run the whole code, it just comes and checks if it exists, it doesn't throw an error. Otherwise, it will throw an error and the whole code stops running.
That?
Yeah. Yeah. So run it again and you see. You can see it knows that it already exists and does not create any. So we are going to select from that table what we learned yesterday.
Okay.
Down, go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, down. Then select all from the table.
Oh, sorry. Up to here?
Well, no, just don't select. No, I mean the query. Write the query. Try to access everything in the table and see what happens.
I select everything.
Yeah, write a query that would get elements from that table. Go down, try to access the elements in that table.
I create a new line.
Yeah, then write a query that will access elements in the table called count field. Don't you remember how we did select? No, it's select.
I don't remember. Select.
All is star. No. Star. Just put star.
This star? That's...
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah, from countries.
Should I space?
Yeah. Space, countries. Then close. Then run. As you can see down, there is a thingy called countries that try to open, but it's empty. You created an empty table, right? So we are going to add a few rows on that table. Okay? So right above the select, add space. I'm going to give you the code that you can use to insert. So we are going to insert the data.
I copy all of it.
Yeah, all of it. Is anyone else following?
So I should paste it, just to be sure, I was to paste it above the select.
Correct.
That.
Then run it. So what we have done is, once you have the table, you can see those keywords. These capitalized words are called keywords. They are the ones that the language uses, it understands. They are the ones it uses to speak to the database. So when you say, it's just like plain English. When you tell it create table if not exist countries, that means you're telling it, please create a table called countries. If it exists, don't try to create it. If it doesn't exist, create it. Then you give it a name. Those are columns, okay, when you're creating. Can you go back to the code that created the table? Up. Okay, so the create table if not exist, you're telling it that please create a table called countries. If you find that it exists, don't create the table. Then give it these columns, okay? Give it a column called name, those that are in the brackets. Those are columns or fields. As we saw yesterday, a database here it consists of columns and rows, okay? So we are creating a table called countries, which has a name column, and the next thing after name is called a data type. You're telling it that the name must be a text. Because, for instance, Rwanda is the text. There is no country called one. But population has a data type called integer. We'll learn more about data types in the Python class, which focuses on that, on numbers. But for now, just know population is a number. If it's a number, it's an integer, okay? Area, it's also an integer, right? Life expectancy is a real number. We could also put population as a real number because, can you guess? Because an integer can contain decimals, I believe. I don't know. But even if you put it, that means it is a real number. So you are telling the database that that a name must be a text, okay? So if you try to create a country, okay, and you give it a number as the name, the database will say, no, this is not allowed, okay? Those are called constraints. You're giving it a constraint to say that a name must always be a text, so that someone will never try to write a name as a number. You get?
Yeah.
So can you run that select before we go into the last one? Now you see what happened. No, the last one.
This one.
Mm-hmm. So you run it. Select all from countries. Okay, run that one before select.
This one here.
Yeah, the one before select. That one before insert. Right above insert. Okay, 5 rows. Okay, run the select one. It's not showing. Okay, can you scroll up that tab down? We want to see where there is countries. The table down where they show you stop sharing. That tab that says stop sharing. Then pull up the thingy because maybe we are missing some. Yeah, you see. So we added them twice.
Oh.
Yeah, we duplicated them, which is okay. Okay, you can see now you've created your table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you do select, as we saw yesterday, you are trying to select elements from the table. Okay, now we are going to, okay, let's assume stay there on that table there. Now let's say you want to select just the first 5 elements: Rwanda, Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, and Ethiopia. Because now we duplicated it. We first want to select the. How do you do it? So you see that query that created. No. We are doing it using queries,
Okay.
not manually.
Okay.
So from there, select that statement up. You can see the table automatically generates it for you. So that is what we call a limit. You limit it to the first 5 rows. So remove the 100 and write 5. So limit, what it does, it just shows you the first element, the first n elements, close and run. Oh, the run is the green one here. You've changed the, okay, no worries.
This one.
Yeah. You can see it just selects the first 5. So go back to our pink database, create database template. The query is there. Now you do it from there as well. Remove the closing brackets.
These ones.
Yeah. No. On select from countries.
I remove that.
That statement, the semicolon, then write limit it to the first 5 elements. Mm-hmm. 5, then close. Limit should be
Capital.
Even that one works, but
To
for
be
readability,
consistent.
for vocabulary, is it vocabulary or grammar?
To be consistent.
Yeah. Okay, run.
I run from here.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see. You're selecting the first 5. Now go back to your query. Now I want you to select just the name and the population, not everything, just the name and the population. How do you do it? Okay, anyone else here who can support her? How can Agnes show just the name and the population for those 5 countries? Anyone? Anyone on the call?
Yes, select. Select.
Guide her.
Sorry, is she talking?
I was talking, I don't know if you can hear me. For extracting only the names, we can select all from or we can just type a select name. It will display only the names.
I remove from countries. Should I remove countries? Who was talking?
Instead of star, we can put name.
I try.
Just name from countries.
Fantastic.
Okay.
You see? So what SQL does, it just helps you communicate with your tables. You can see now when you're interested in name, just the name, you don't need to query the whole table. You don't need to access the whole table. You just want to know the countries in that table, right? And the first 5 countries. Now Colette, continue guiding her. I want us to show countries with a population less than 300,000 or 30,000. Just the name. We want to know, we are interested in a country because we do not know the whole table. It's huge. Assume it has all the countries in the world. We want to see only countries that have a population less than 30,000.
30,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so so select name from countries. We can add the condition where population. It's another condition. Can you tell where population?
I type.
Yes.
I leave the rest.
Yes, we leave the rest.
Even the limit.
Sorry, I remove the limit.
Select
I'm
name.
asking Colette.
Yes.
Does she remain with the limit or?
Not the limit. We remove the limit. Fine.
Okay.
Where population?
Like this?
Yes. You said the greater or less? Is less than.
Is less than 30,000.
Is less than. We can use the symbol. 3.
Yes.
Yes, than 30,000.
Should I space the less?
I think it doesn't affect. Does it?
So we try. It has brought an error, I think. Limit 100 at one line.
I think it's that comma you added in 30,000. You can remove. Yeah.
Because we removed the limit.
So that means there is no country that has a population less than. Oh, yeah. I actually wanted, okay, say 30 million. Add a 0. 2 zeros. Add 2 zeros. So it means there is no country that has a population less than 30,000, which
This
makes
is 3 million. This is 3 million.
Is that 3 million? Wait, just do 30 million.
Yeah.
That's already 30 million. Okay. Let's see the countries with a population less than 30 million. It's Rwanda. So it's coming twice because we added it twice. Of course, you can remove it, but for now, let's not remove anything from the table.
Okay.
So you can see Rwanda is the only country less than 30 million. Now do 50 million. We see okay, greater, do greater than 30 million. So that means the other countries have a population greater than 30 million. Okay. Now we want to see the high populated countries, but which also have a small area, okay? To know that they are densely populated. So we are going to look for a country which has a population more than 30 million and the area in kilometers. How is it called there? Just copy the column you used. Is less than. Is less than, let me see, the area is less than 300,000. Yeah. So we are going to see a country with more than 30 million people, but less than 300,000 square kilometers. Run. You see Uganda. So Uganda has over that. Now we are going to display all those columns, not just the name. We make sure that it's correct. So instead of just the name, show the name and the population and the area. Guess how you can do it. Just do it. We will correct you if it's wrong. The way you think it can be done. show the name, the population, and the area for that country.
For
Instead of
Uganda
just
only?
showing, yeah, for Uganda, for that country that has more than 30 million people, but less than 300,000 square kilometers.
Sure.
So can someone else help her?
Can I put Uganda in?
No.
Okay.
Let someone else help you as you think through it. Can someone help her, please? People are so quiet. Are they even following? I'm going to call out someone. Aaron, help her.
Can you instead use select from instead of select name? Can it work?
Just try. We are here to try. Tell her. So Daniela disagrees with you. Daniela, can you jump in?
What was the question? I know that
How can you? We want to, now. We are displaying a country with a population higher than 300 million, 30 million, but area less than 30,000. That means it's densely populated. So, but we are displaying just the name. But this time, we want to display the name, then the population, then area, so that we verify whether that's true. The output is correct. Yes, Gayen.
Okay, I think there at name he can put a comma and write population, comma area, then continue with the rest.
So I remove name. Oh, comma, population. Comma.
Comma area.
Is that all?
Yeah, run.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice. So you see, Agnes and everyone. Okay, who was directing you? Was it Daniela? Daniela, can you explain her why do you put name, population, and area instead of star? Just explain that line for us.
Yeah, thank you. Try put some variables like name and area from. Yeah, that means they are the only variables we want to display, and the rest of conditions can add their own.
Agnes, have you understood?
Yes.
So when we add a star, what are we trying to do instead of name, population, and area?
We are picking everything.
Yeah, that's correct. So if you want to pick everything, use use star, which means all. It means select all. In SQL language, it says select all. But if you want to select just a few columns, you just select those columns, okay? Now we are going to take a 10 minutes pause, but you continue sharing your screen, Agnes. Then we follow along. We will be writing a few more queries.
Okay.
Yeah, and adding other tables.
Okay.
We'll be back at 19 for 52. Hello. Agnes, over to you. Agnes, are you there? You're muted if you're talking.
Yes, Dan, before we start, I have a question on this database.
Yeah.
When we create a database that is ready in the, we add this statement if not exist, but we know that it exists. What does it really do? Because for me also it didn't work. Then when I included this, it works, but I don't understand.
Yeah. So the reason why we added it there is, you're correct. When you say create database, it creates a database. But if you run it again, it would cause an error. And if it caused an error, let's say you have so many codes,
Yeah.
right? And you want to run them at once. So it will first try to create the database. If it finds that it's already there, it causes an error. And once it causes an error, all the next queries do not run. So that's what we are trying to avoid. It's called error handling. You're just trying to handle an error so that if it finds that it's already there, it just doesn't create it. It's an additional thing you add so that if you have, for instance, we are just writing simple queries, but you might find you are writing hundreds and hundreds of queries. So, and you want to run them at once to create the database and return so many results, okay?
Yes.
So you want to avoid that error.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, can you give me a second? Give me a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so Agnes, we are going to create 2 more tables, then we play with them. I'm going to paste.
So we are done with this one.
Yeah, we will continue playing with it, but including other 2 tables. So just add that code I've given you. Give me a second, I'll be coming back. Meanwhile, I'll be running that.
You've sent something?
Yes, in the chat.
Think I should paste it above or below? I don't know.
no database selected. So we should be experiencing all the errors. We should be experiencing our errors that we've already experienced.
So I had decided to paste it above the select thing. I don't know if it's okay.
It's okay.
So when I tried to run it, it was telling me no database selected.
Ah, okay. So you're not using go up, no database, no table. Okay, first run that one for the table, the clinics table. No, first create the table up. That's countries, clinics.
This one?
No, down. The one you've just pasted. There, that one. No. Up. So there you're inserting the data. Now first create the table up.
Yeah?
No, just right before insert. Up. Continue. The code that is up above that. No, above that. That
Here.
one. Yeah. So go up and run. Do the run.
This run?
Yeah. Okay. So since it's saying no database selected, go up before that, just before that. No. Okay. Then write the query that selects the database. Which one? Up before that. There.
Which
there.
one?
Yeah, there, down. Then how do you select the database? First click enter. No. How do you use the database? Okay. You run that number 3, that line on 3.
From 3?
Just 3.
This one here?
Yeah. Okay, then go back down and create the clinics table. So that means you're telling the data which database to use. Now run that. Just run.
This one?
No, the next. You see, it works because it already knows the database where you're trying to create that. Now insert data into clinics. You're inserting data into clinics. So we're going to create the last table called visits.
There's another table?
Yeah, let me share it with you.
Okay.
Have you seen the code?
Where should I put it? Below this?
Yeah, below everything.
Even select should be there.
Yeah, just below that there. So we are going to create a third table. Can you see? Do you understand? Does everyone understand what you're doing? So we've created 2 tables. So far, we have the clinics table, we have the countries table. Now we are creating the visits table. So you've created, okay, first create the visits table.
The visits table, should I run it?
Yeah. You see, it's already created. If you look at your left, the tables on the interface, it's there, but it's empty. Now we are going to insert data into the table. How do we insert the data? Let me give you the code as well. So, and by the way, we need to understand this, but just know even AI can do this for you, eh? But not now. So don't worry, it's not like it's the end of the world. See? You get, don't worry, you can just go to AI and tell it, create a table called visits and add, you know. But for now, we don't need it. Okay. So we have you inserted a table of the data?
So I also run it?
Okay. Now forget about this. You can even close it. Close the create DB template SQL. You can just close it, or you delete everything there.
This one?
Yeah. You can even delete everything. Save. Okay, so you did. So now we already have our data. So usually when, as a data analyst, someone has already done this for you, right? You just come, they give you the password for your database, you connect to the database like we've been doing, then you start analyzing. So that is what we are going to do now as data analysts, okay? I'll be picking, so continue. So assume you've started at a company, right? And they'll tell you maybe it's a clinic or it's a company that manages clinics. Okay, maybe it's in the Ministry of Health. And they show you we have a database where we store all the hospitals and clinics in the country. In the region, you have the countries, and also every visit. Whenever a patient comes, they are registered in a system. That system, when they are registered, it takes data to our database. That is the visits, okay? So what is the first thing you do? The first thing you do is you connect to the database. They give you credentials. Someone there at the company gives you credentials. That is the password. You do exactly what we've been doing. You download the database, or they already have it downloaded. They just give you the password. You come to your computer, you put in password, exactly like this, the way we did it. Now you immediately go to this interface. So what you do, I have told you, now you're going to act like I'm your boss, right, Agnes?
Okay.
So I have told you, I already gave you in orientation, I told you we have 3 tables to deal with. The first one is the clinics, you can see it. Just close this interface, close it. Close everything, okay? Even that one. Okay, now, even this one, everything. Okay, now you've connected to your database, you can see, so the data plus bootcamp is the database, but they usually call it a schema. a schema is a logical layout of your tables. So all those tables are under the schema called Data Plus Bootcamp. They tell you this verbally. You need to understand it as a data analyst. So you enter here, you click your clinics, you click your clinics table, just click the clinics, you see a snapshot of the clinics table. You see it automatically creates a query, select all from clinics, and with a limit of 100. This is just a snapshot, because if you had like 1 million records, to just show you 100 records, just for you to understand the basics about that table. So as you can see, we have the clinics table. It contains, just like the boss told you, it contains the ID of the clinic, the name of the clinic, the district where the clinic is located, the number of beds the clinic has, and a statement that shows whether it has maternity. Where there is 1, it has maternity. Where there is 0, it does not have maternity. So go to the countries table, also see what's there. You see the countries table, you find that they deal with 5 countries. We duplicate the name and it's okay. So they deal with Rwanda, Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, and Ethiopia, maybe in East Africa. Then every country has a population, area, and life expectancy. Go to the visits. The visits should be the biggest table because it records so many visits. For now, it's just this one. So you see, we have a visit ID. This should be unique. Every visit should be unique. Then we have a clinic ID. This clinic ID corresponds to the clinic ID that is in the clinic tables. Go to clinic. Okay. So if you see this ID, it's the clinic. So Kachiri Health Center has ID 1. This ID is the one we call a primary key. It is unique to one clinic, and you can identify a clinic in other tables using that ID. For instance, if you go back to visits, you can see that where there is clinic ID 1, so Aline, this person Aline, you can tell the table, the clinic she visited. Which one?
Kachini.
Okay, because it has clinic ID 1. Go back to visits. So which clinic did Grace visit? The second last.
Clinic 2, ID 2.
Go look for clinic ID 2. She visited Imperial Health Center. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we are going to answer some business questions. Okay.
Yeah.
So what you do is you create a new query. So go to query, the yellowish table there. Add the plus sign. Do the plus sign to your right. Yes. Name it. Maybe my first day at work. Work. Just call it work. Wherever you want to.
Like that?
Mm-hmm. Then you're going to do some analysis. I'm going to ask you questions and you answer them using a query. Okay? So the first question is, I want you to show me, so I am your boss. I want us to get to see the clinics in 2 districts, Gasabo or Kicukiro. Return the name and the district of each clinic.
Two clinics?
No, we want to see the clinics located in Gasabo and Kicukiro.
Clinics.
How do you go about it? Someone guide you.
Gasabo and Kicukiro.
Just write a query that will return those. In my first So who can help her? Someone please help her. She doesn't have to. You know, you'll be working in a team as well.
You may start with name.
Name? I should
Yes.
not write select.
Select name. Then from
Those are the
clinic.
first two questions you need to answer on your first day. I've added them in the chat. Please, others contribute.
Clinics.
Yes. So check the ID numbers of those for Gasawa and where, maybe start with where after clinics, where then the Gasawa ID is
There are 2 Gasavos and 2 Kichukiros and different. Yeah.
Sorry, Agnes, instead
There are
of
3.
name, sorry, can I speak?
Yes, please.
yeah, sure.
Instead of name, can you put district? Because Gasabo and Kichuchiro are actually the district, not the district.
Clinics. That is it.
No, where, add where. District equal Chitrichiro, I guess. Equal Chitrichiro.
The spelling, please.
KICUKIRO. And Gasabo. And.
Malish.
Really, read the question well. We'll see the output of the table. Eh?
Is the spelling
And
or.
what and does and or.
Sorry. It's or. It's instead of and.
Is the spelling of Gasabo correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Agnes, okay,
Yes.
so sorry, select name. Sorry, I misled you. Select name.
Like this name. I remove district.
Yes, remove it from there. But name in small letters, not in capitals. Because we want the name of the clinic.
Okay.
Select name from clinics. Where district is Kichichiro or district is Gasabo. After all, you can also repeat district equals. You can try. Kichukiro and Gasabo, they start with capital letters. Maybe that's the reason.
First, verify the columns in your clinics table.
Okay. The district.
The district column. Okay, Gasabo, and yeah, you need to check whether you're searching for the right one.
Kichu. Kid. I think the spellings are correct according to what I see.
Okay. So let's see. You are trying to answer a question, clinics in Gasabo or Kichukiro, and the name plus district. Okay. Now let's go. We want to see the
Keyword from should be in capital letter.
Sorry?
From should be in capital letter.
Still bringing that error.
You can, so to help you, you can paste that, okay? Select all that and paste into AI, maybe like ChatGPT. It tells you.
So I go to ChatGPT.
Go to ChatGPT and ask it. Now that you understand the logic, I can see you understand the logic. You need to, or we correct it from here.
I think
because you can see. Okay.
Yes, please.
Now put the Kichukiro, put it in quotes. The districts.
This one?
Yeah, Kichukiro and then Gasabo. Then run again. Now you see, that's the syntax. So you see that when you're looking for a word, a text, you put it in quotes. When it's a number, you don't need to put it in quotes. But the question is, return the name and the district. So there's something missing. You just return the name. Add district. Run. Yes. So your boss is impressed. You can see it's either Gasabo or Kichukiro. Now I'm going to pick up someone else to guide you. Let me see. Okay. Gael. Are you there?
Yes, yes.
Okay. You're going to help her answer this question, the second one that is in the chat, which is, I want to see the clinics that have maternity services and more than 20 beds.
Okay, so we select let's see the table again.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, visits. Which table?
Clinics.
Gael.
Clinics.
Okay.
Okay, so we select has maternity, right? Select has maternity.
Select has maternity.
Please write
Yeah.
a new query. Start a new query.
Start a new query. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Has maternity, just like the column said below. Has maternity.
Make sure it corresponds to the column.
Yeah. Comma beds.
Also the clinics, we need the clinics that have, so you can return the name as well.
Here or
No, comma after beds. Name. Sorry. Just delete has maternity. And remove the comma as well, yeah. And then from clinics.
where should I type clinic?
After name. From in capital letters.
From
Clinics. Where house maternity equal 1. Equal 1. And no, and in capital letters here. And okay. And bed, right? Bed. Sorry, beds in plurals. Plural, yeah. Greater than 20. Semicolon. Yeah. Try to run that.
Nice. So we have the name, but that's not perfect. I want us the name to come first and then the beds.
Just do the name and then beds after. Yeah.
Now, Gael, you're going to explain to us why you suggested that query. It works perfectly. Explain the whole query, why you said select name beds from clinics where mass maternity is 1.
Yeah, so the initial columns that we had, the whole table called clinics has some columns which are named by name and date. So we needed the output to be called from the column which is called name and beds, where the maternity services is equal to 1, and where the beds, where the clinic's name has more than 20 beds. If I'm explaining it well, I don't know if you get it.
Yeah. So that means we are looking for, the problem statement is find the clinics that have maternity services. And maternity services, how do you know a clinic has maternity services from your table? It's where the column has maternity is equal to 1. Then, and more than 20 beds, okay? So that means those are decent clinics. If you have a maternity and you have more than 20 beds, that's a decent clinic, right? Isn't it? Now, Agnes, while you're still there, now you're interested in just the number, not the list. We just want to know the number. If you count here, you can see there are 3. But if they tell you that we just want to see the number of, because for the reports, maybe we don't need the names, we just need the number. How do you do that? Anyone who can we want to return the number of clinics which have maternity and beds over 20. Anyone can try? Yes, Daniela?
I think
Just
I think we can clean beds in the code nearby names. Select names, select count bracket name. Then you
Select
beds.
Edit that query, the other query.
You can edit the above query.
The other query. Okay.
Yes. Count bracket name. Bracket name. Yeah, delete beds. Okay, I think this is enough.
Let's see. Yeah,
Yes.
you can see count names. So I'm going to show you something else. Instead of having, as a report, you can't show both that count name. Instead, you're going to give that column a name. So after count name in that same query, after the bracket that closes the name, add, space, as, the as keyword, as,
This one.
Yeah, as, then give the column a name, maybe decent clinics, just say decent clinics. Underscore clinics. Maybe our definition of a decent clinic is a clinic which has maternity and more than 20 beds. Now run it. Instead of having count name, yeah.
Just change the heading.
Yeah, just changing the heading, the column, so that you can present and say we have 3 decent clinics. And by decent, the definition is those are clinics where they have maternity and over 20 beds. Fantastic. So I'm going to pick someone else. Mavano Muhirwa. Are you there? Going to add 2 questions in the chat. Is Mavano Muhirwa there? If they are not there, we are going to pick up someone else. Any volunteer? Can someone try to answer those questions? Anyone? I want someone. Nobody. I'm going to pick up, let me see, Baptiste, Hishim. Baptiste. So there are people who are not present. Nadine, this is how we'll be studying, because without practice, you'll be totally lost. Agnes, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
So that means these people should also be hearing me. Nadine. Okay, let's continue. Agnes, try to address those two questions.
Let me try the last one.
Yeah, no worries. Which one?
The last,
okay.
how many?
Yeah.
The second one.
Clinics with beds between 10 and 25. Return name and beds. Yeah.
Clinics. Yeah. Beds. Is equals to I don't know if I have to repeat.
Nice. Really? And you could, okay, just run, okay, and see. See? Continue. Continue trying. You're almost there. You understand what the query you've written means, right?
Name beds from between A is A is equals to okay is equals to is equals to 10.
So between 10 and 25, that means from 10 to 25.
10.
Oh, no. I'm just interpreting.
So we are supposed to use is equals to 10 or
It's
less than 25.
It's bed is greater than 10 because we want
Is
greater than 10.
Is equals to
Yes, greater than or equal.
less than 25.
Yeah, please do.
Is greater than 10.
Yes, greater.
Yeah.
And bed.
Yes.
Oops.
Yeah. Less than.
You may use
But we said it's between 10, so it should be equals to 10.
No.
We are not seeing beds in case they have 10. Between 10, it's
Okay,
10.
you can add or equal. It's fine.
maybe you can use between.
Greater or equal, yeah. No worries, Jonah. I understand what you're saying.
I think you can use between, and then you say between 10 and 5.
Yes,
No
brought
worries.
an
Let her
error.
first complete
Before beds. Before beds.
Equal.
Here.
No,
Equal.
before beds.
No, Navana, wait a bit. Let her first complete this. Then we also write that one thinking.
Sure.
Beds less greater than or equal. After the greater, add just an equal sign.
Just this.
Then, yeah. They are still the same number. Now, Navana has an alternative.
So my alternative, between where and beds, put in between.
Okay, writers, start a new query and follow him. Start a new query.
Select name beds from clinics between where between, yes, sorry.
Where beds? Where beds?
Where beds?
Between, yeah.
Okay. Between 10 and no, not beds. And not add. No, say end. Yes. And then close and see.
The same information.
You see? So which is simpler, the first or the second?
Okay, I think for me, the greater or equals to, because that could be something that you think you could write easily, but I didn't know there was a between somewhere.
Yeah.
But having seen them, I think they are manageable. So okay.
So the way that's okay, right? It's
Yeah.
good that you are thinking around that, and you can see it's actually the correct output, right?
Yeah.
But he just mentioned that because sometimes those nitty-gritties of equalities have they have a keyword that just describes them. For instance, let's go back to the first query I show you. The district where Kicukiro and Gasabo are the first one. The first one, number 1, run it. Okay, see, now go below it, hit enter. I show you an alternative to that. Now, select name, district, from, clinics, where, districts, district. Now use the keyword in, then open brackets, quote, Kicukiro, double quote Kicukiro, put it inside double quotes. Then Gasabo, then Gasabo. Brackets Gasabo. Just
Should it be Gasabo should be in the same bracket?
Yeah, just comma then Gasabo in the same bracket.
Comma here
Mm-hmm.
with the quotes again.
Yeah. Then close and run. You see, it's the same output. So you can do different. So the reason why, when you get familiar to these queries, you get to know so many keywords. So for instance, if you had more than 5 comparisons, more than 5 districts, if you are using the first one, you'd be saying where district is equal to one district, all, another one, repetitively, right? Right? Right, Agnes?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but within, you just put everything you need in the brackets without putting so many alls. So it's way easier and more readable. So the more you understand them, the more you know what you can use that is more readable and even faster. But so far, this is very good. This is very good. Now, because you're the teacher today, we are going to give you a few more queries.
Okay.
You're tired?
No, it's okay.
So we're going to learn 2 more things. Two more.
So, but we did do the first one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. We need to do that. Yes. Countries.
It was saying countries named Tanzania or Ethiopia using in. This is exactly what I was showing you using in. So try to replicate the one that I've shown you using in.
Select. Let me see. Expectancy. Is it correct? Somebody.
Just run. What has it returned? So we need to return the name and the life expectancy only.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
Run, you see. Name, near, in, from countries, where. So what is in? Which column are you trying to filter? That's the problem.
From and from where?
Is it countries? Is there a column called countries?
Life expectancy.
Is like that, is there a life expectancy called Tanzania?
No.
It's a column that contains those names.
Name.
Mm-hmm.
Population.
No, just
Area.
see the table and tell us what. So Tanzania, Ethiopia, what column contains such things?
Its name.
Yeah, do name. We just need the name and the life expectancy. Okay? Okay, run. So you see.
Okay.
Now, we are going to do something else. We are going to add on that same query. We are going to order them in descending order of life expectancy. So remove the semicolon. We are going to sort them, basically like sorting. Which country has the highest expectancy in those two?
Okay.
So you add another word called order by. It's there. Order by, which column are we sorting on? It's life expectancy. How are we sorting? Is it descending or ascending?
You said from biggest
to the smallest.
Ascending.
Is that ascending or
Descending. Descending.
So if you want to sort by descending, space, add the keyword desk, DSC. It's there. That one. Now close. So if you want to sort, you use the keyword order by.
Okay.
Now run, you see. You can see it's sorted. Now remove the desk, you put ASC. Ascending. ASC, ascending. That one, the first one. Now run. You see how it sorts? Yeah, so sometimes you need to do sorting.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the last 8 minutes, we are going to do the last query. Of course, there are a lot of things we can do. But for now, we will have, if you have practiced well, like Agnes, you will be familiar with the basic ones. And tomorrow we will go through calculations. For instance, if you want to aggregate, what do you do? If you want to join tables, what do you do? Okay. So let's complete these two queries. Clinics whose names contains health center. Whose name contains health center. we are going to use a new keyword.
Okay.
So if you want to search, it's like searching for you get the question. Someone has a question. I think someone wanted to speak.
Yes, yes. I have a question.
Mhm.
So on the last query you just finished, I was trying to do it on my computer and I just written the same as the one Agnes had written, but they are telling me that the table data plus bootcamp country doesn't exist, and I have done several queries with you guys.
So it means it doesn't exist. Can you check from your end?
Yes.
Just
I figured out the problem.
okay.
It was the problem was when you've I think when you have taken some time without using it, you have to run the data bootcamp again. I think so because it just worked now.
Okay. Good that it worked. Now let's do the first one. Clinics whose name contains health center. So let's first click on the clinics table. We see all those names. Just click on the table on your left. Oh, it's this one, clinic. It's there. Don't worry, it's there. So we have Kachiru Health Center. We have Nyamirambo Health Center. We have Nyamirambo Clinic, Remera Health Center. So we are going to search for only clinics which have health center in their names. Okay? You get? So we are going to use a new keyword named like. Like, so let me share the query with you so that because the keyword is a bit new. It's there in the chat.
Why is it breaking it? Should I type it? Is there space in between? Health center.
Yes.
But that one was not a double. I don't know how to get it on my laptop. Should I try to run?
Agnes, you can cross the quotation, then run.
Yeah, because I can't find the single one.
If you put one in front.
There is here and here. Some cut.
Every one works.
You forgot any quotation.
Question mark. Otherwise it will not.
I was failing to get the single one. I don't know if this will work.
That will work.
Click on them without shift.
I guess it worked.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so the like keyword is like it searches, okay? When you put those the percentage signs, it searches for that exact word.
Okay.
But you can do so. For instance, you can search for the one for the clinics whose name begin with letter A. So instead of health center, remove the health center and write K. Those that begin with letter K, and remove the last percentage. Yeah, run. So any clinic that starts with letter K. Oh no, you put the percentage after, not before, yeah. After the K. So you can, yeah. You see? It starts with K. So you can familiarize yourself with the like keyword. So you can see with SQL, you can do a lot of searches through a database, right? So countries whose name starts with T, you can look for countries whose name starts with T. So edit that query, select all from countries instead of clinics.
Which one? This one?
Yeah. Look for countries whose name starts with T. You see? It's just Tanzania.
Now, if you have duplicated data like this, how do you remove it? I think we had initially created this twice. That's why we are seeing two Tanzanias. How do you fix this? Oh, it is very complex yet.
No, it's not. Okay. It's not. Let me show you how you do it. But instead, I want us to just assume that is the data we have. For instance, you can select distinct, those are not duplicate. But if you want to delete, most of the times data analysts are not allowed to delete data. So that's why, but you can delete this data. So if you want to learn how to delete it, you can just guess the words that you use. It's just because it's not a good practice to do that, to try that. But if you want to delete, let's say, Tanzania, you can use delete. Use the delete keyword.
Sorry?
But you can use the delete, so just like condition, delete from, but
This one.
yeah. Delete from table where, hey, okay. Okay, wait, from, remove from, and where. You know why I didn't want to show you how to delete? Delete from, remove the stuff. If you ever try to delete, you can delete, and once you delete it, it's gone. It's completely gone. So that's why it's not a good practice to learn. So for instance, if you delete from countries where a name like T, you'll be removing these two, Tanzania. Run it and you see what happens.
I try. I ran it.
Yeah. It's done. Now search from the table countries. There is no Tanzania. You see? So it's risky. You can delete your company's data.
So now, does it need somebody else with another right? Because mistakes are bound to happen. You are running something, then you duplicated the data like this. So now, there's someone with the higher rights able to do that. I want to believe there is segregation of duty.
That's a very, very good question. And my answer is you're absolutely right. And usually when you're a data analyst, they never give you the delete rights. They give you read rights. So just so that you can it's called select, right? You can just select, but you can't delete, you can't add a new column, which is called altering the table.
Okay. Okay, so in other words, your performance here is limited to a certain right, and there are people with about bigger rights and maybe the system administrators or something.
Yeah, correct. It's not like it's not a performance issue, it's their role. There is a database administrator. They are the ones responsible for setting up all this for you. Your job is to do analysis, not administrating the database.
Okay.
Yeah. Very good. Any last quick question before we conclude? Tomorrow we'll continue from here. And I hope they have shared you, or I can share with you these questions that we've had for you to practice.
Yeah, actually, me, I have the opposite of what she has. I just have one country, it is not repeating. I don't know why.
So for you, you ran it once. For us, we did it accidentally.
So your data is correct.
Your data is correct, yeah. Ours was uttered.
Okay.
Okay. So people, thank you so much for today's session. I hope everyone had a chance to practice, right? Okay, so let's see each other tomorrow. Please, hey, Agnes, save this. By the way,
I save.
let's see something. Go to File, then down Autosave. Click Autosave. Down there. Okay. Go back, we see whether it's enabled. So it means when
To file.
Yeah. Then autosave is selected. Yeah. There. Yeah. That's what we wanted. So that whenever you write the query, it just autosaves.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Good night, people.
Good night.
Let's see each other tomorrow.
Thank you for supporting me, team.